welcome back to our channel. I'm Callie.
I'm Bean.
I'm Brittany. So today we're going to do something non-quite bookish, and we're going to review the Lion King live-action movie. So,
Because we all went and saw it
We did.
together.
We have feelings.
we have lots of feelings.
We do, it's true.
So,
This could be a long video,
it
so.
can technically be bookish, because Lion King is technically Hamlet with lion.
Okay, so for everyone out there who's paying attention to my eye, I am a vet assistant, and I was restraining and let up on a dog, and she headbutt me in the eye. It looks a lot better. Yep.
So, in case you live under a rock, Lion King, the original movie, came out in 1994 and is the best film of Disney that I think they've done worldwide. I think Lion
It's
King,
the most popular, I believe.
I think it was recently surpassed by Frozen.
We're going to start with our ratings here and then kind of get into a discussion about what we thought and our feelings and our mini rants. I'm going to start, and I did give it a 4 out of 5, but this is mostly for nostalgia purposes, because this was my favorite movie.
I'm teetering between a 2.5 and a 3.
I'm at between a 3.5 and a 4.
So I'm not disagreeing with your feelings. I'm just saying, nostalgia-wise, I enjoyed that they remade the movie.
I enjoyed that they remade the movie, and I can appreciate the animation was brilliant. The CG was brilliant, minus the anatomy issues.
The amount of effort they put into that CGI was amazing.
The reason she calls me out on that,
Yeah.
again, vet assistant, realistic lions that are neutered.
Yeah.
What? It doesn't make sense to us.
Not a thing.
So,
But yeah, so with that aspect, it was brilliantly done.
Mm-hmm.
The music was great. I'll give them that. But it was, I'd rather watch the animated movie because it's the exact same thing.
yeah.
There was no changes made. They added a couple of, like, extra quotes.
Little lines.
Little, like, snippets that were funny. But other than that, it was the exact same story. Whereas with all the other live-action remakes Disney has done over the years, they've added music, they've added plot, and they've added backstory. We got none of that.
Yeah, which I can't disagree with. They did just completely, basically, and it was even, we were talking, it's even word for word, they copied some of the majority of the movie.
Yeah.
Not just the dialogue,
No,
but like the
everything.
songs, the dialogue, the characters. The one character I do wish, well, one of the characters I wish they had expanded on, and I was really hoping they would, was Rafiki. Because that
was too, but
monkey
I
is
feel
like
like we
my
got-
hero
we
in
got,
animated.
We got less Rafiki,
We got like no Rafiki.
We didn't get his big thing. We didn't
No.
get his line of like, yes, the past can hurt. We didn't get
Yeah.
that line.
Exactly.
Oh my god, I'm just realizing that. Yeah, we
We didn't get
No,
that.
we got that. Really, that did irritate me a bit.
Yeah.
So maybe my rating will change by the end of this discussion.
Yeah.
But no, it just that irritated me because he was always. Well, I think he was his favorite character, so he always like was a character that we watched, and to get less of him was like, oh, but he was fun and. Oh.
Plus, he wasn't the like crazy psycho monkey from the animated movie. He was just
Yeah.
a baboon.
And as much as I appreciate the fact that they had him speaking in a native language, yes, but it really didn't do much for me, I guess.
Yeah.
All he did was hide in a tree.
Yeah, he didn't
Like, almost the entire movie.
Yeah,
He showed up at the beginning and then showed up at the end, and that is it.
yeah,
as a whole, too, they made it a lot more serious than the animated, and I think that's where it kind of fell short for me.
it did.
Is because the hyenas, they were a comic relief in the animated movie.
They
Yeah.
were a little bit in this one, but
Mm.
not a little
really.
bit. Ed wasn't as crazy. Ed
No.
actually had lines,
And
which
they
I
didn't-
thought was funny. But
And they didn't have names, except for Shenzi.
Shenzi, and she was the leader, which wasn't
Yeah.
a thing in the animated movie.
Which
but fine.
goes for, like, hyenas are led by a female.
It just felt like the hyenas and the story itself was way more serious than the animated, which made it more a young adult movie, not a kids movie. And I think
Yeah,
that's kind of where it changed, was that it went from, here, little kids, it's a little kid movie, to this is actually a very serious movie and little kids shouldn't watch it.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I was getting it, and I'm like, this isn't the Lion King to me.
I'm not
in a
sure I
way.
would take my 3-year-old to go watch it.
No.
No, definitely wouldn't. But
And I will say, live action Mufasa dying didn't hurt me like
It didn't.
animated.
It didn't.
Yeah.
I was
It didn't
really
hurt me.
disappointed. would. I was really thinking it would.
I know, because like
Didn't.
right as that scene was coming up, David was like, "You're gonna cry, aren't you?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna cry." No, not even a little.
It
didn't hurt
feel.
me.
I think that if they gave a little bit more of Simba's reaction and a little bit more of the dad, like, you gotta get up.
Right, that's what gets me is where he keeps
Yeah.
trying. You gotta get up. And when he like goes under his paw, like that's what always got me is when he went under his paw and he just like laid next to him, and I'm like, bro.
It
It
wasn't
felt
as
lifeless.
emotional. And on a whole, it felt like there was a lot less emotion portrayed because
Oh,
of how
yeah.
hyper realistic these animals were.
Yeah.
Which the
We didn't
CGI
get
was
there.
amazing.
It was.
But you can't.
Animals don't show
No,
emotion
they don't.
through their eyebrows
Right.
like humans do.
That was.
Which on the flip side, what I actually enjoyed was you did get the animal movements. You did get the flick of the tail, the flick of the
Yeah.
ears, like, which was really enjoyable. But at the same time,
Not everybody's gonna pick up on
yeah,
that.
No,
I
and
pick
that's-
up on it because I, again, work with animals.
Yes.
And we had cats growing up, so you kind of figure it
I
out.
didn't catch it.
But yeah, no, I agree. Like you can see it if you know what to look for.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you take a 5-year-old to the movie and they're gonna miss it. They're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna get that
exactly.
at all. And so this was
the-
much more of a YA kind of movie. Even when Simba's dad, when Mufasa yells at Simba, like yells at him for going to the elephant graveyard. You remember in the animated version, he like sinks down into the grass because he's so terrified.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
No, he just sort of
He just
stood
kind of
there
stood there and
with
his
like a
ears
blank
flicked-
expression.
His ears flicked a little bit, but that's it. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, no
That's
one's gonna
not
get
how it-
that
yeah.
one.
Yeah. No.
Come on. And so that was a little bit disappointing.
Probably one of my biggest disappointments was Timon. Timon was my favorite character. Lion King 1.5 was probably one of
I
my
love that
favorite movies ever as a child. And Timon fell so short for me. He wasn't, like, he still had the snarky comments, but I don't think, it wasn't Nathan Lane, and that might have been the issue, but at the same time I don't think so, because as much as I did really love Rowan Atkinson as Zazu, but John Oliver did a phenomenal job as Zazu, I
Mhm.
think.
Oh, Zazu was
Zazu
great.
That
was
was amazing.
That was
I think that was my favorite
change.
animated to.
Oh, heck
And
yes.
Pumbaa. I liked
And Pumbaa. They did a great job.
Pumbaa
And he
did
actually
great.
looked
Oh,
like
yeah.
a warthog.
He did.
It was great.
I liked him.
But Timon fell so short. I didn't get that, like, fake leader snarky
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
at all that I
No,
loved.
he was just the annoying sidekick. Almost.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was an
That's
annoying.
really how he felt.
Yeah, and
And-
that's not who Timon is.
Right.
Pumbaa definitely felt more like the leader out of the two, which
Well, I also felt like Pumbaa had more lines than they gave
Yeah.
Timon.
and he
Yeah.
had which is interesting.
Yeah.
because that's definitely not how the animated was,
No.
and not to compare it to the animated, but it just. I don't know. I think it worked a little bit better, but I also like Pumbaa better than Timon.
See, I
so
always
I
liked
really
Timon.
can't say anything.
No, I mean, and then I think the other issue I had was they didn't add any new music. They added one new song, and it totally took me out of my
Yeah.
immersion.
It did.
It was like a hip hoppy Beyonce, and was it the guy who played Simba who sang with her? I assume
don't
so.
know.
Probably.
Donald Glover's. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was like a hip hoppy song between them two when they're running back to the Pride Lands, and
Nothing
it did
against-
not fit. It was a
And it
good
didn't.
song.
I was like, nothing against Beyonce, obviously.
Song's great. Maybe a credit song.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
not a middle of the movie epic
No.
finding yourself again thing.
No. I was hoping that because I've seen the stage adaptation,
Me too.
and I know Elton John helped with this movie again, like he did
Mhm.
with the Broadway and he did with the animated feature. So I was hoping that they were gonna mishmash more songs where
Right.
Nala would get a ballad, like Jasmine got her own ballad, or like Beast got his own ballad. There was no new ballads, and I'm upset.
She has feelings.
I wanted Shadowlands. That's my favorite song from the show,
That's true.
and I wanted it. And I
I
wanted it now.
I
But
will say I had kind of, after thinking about it, did wish that they had brought some of the parts of the Broadway musical into this, because the Broadway musical was amazing.
This one fell so short for me.
Unfortunately.
I will say a positive, because one thing that I actually, one thing that I really enjoyed was when Simba's song, when I can't wait.
I just can't.
I
wait.
just can't wait to be king. The way it ends, instead of all the animals are piled on top of each other with all
Yeah.
the babies kind of coming
I
from.
did notice
I
that.
I
loved
did like that.
I
I really enjoyed that.
absolutely loved
That
it.
scene was really well done. They had all the little babies running with Simba and Nala to distract Zazu. I thought that
I
was a
loved it.
really nice touch.
And that's probably the only thing I absolutely loved.
I did love that, but I'm also thinking, like, when they get into Timon and Pumbaa's part, I really loved how they expanded on The Lion Sleeps Tonight. I enjoyed that song. I did. I laughed though. I did laugh quite a bit.
I did laugh a lot.
did.
There were great one-liners, but
There were, which you gotta give it credit for the one-liners that it had.
Yeah. I think they just
Callie's
added...
not.
I think they added too much to the wrong part. Like,
Yeah.
they added a lot with Timon and Pumbaa. They added a lot there, but they didn't add anything to what was going on at Pride Rock. They didn't add anything with the hyenas taking over, too. It's just like they added things in the wrong spot.
well, I feel like they tried because they gave us a little bit that like they hinted at that Scar and Mufasa fought over Sarabi. They hinted at that,
Yeah, they
and
did.
then left it.
Yeah.
And then
And that was it.
And then
Yeah.
they came back to it slightly.
Barely. Yeah, but they hinted at it and then just sort of never touched on it again.
Yeah.
And they also hinted at Scar and the hyenas over hunting.
Mm-hmm.
But then they just made the entire land a barren wasteland. And it's like, okay.
How does that work?
So, really what it is there's a drought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
not
much.
over hunting.
So it's not over hunting. And that's why everyone's moving on.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing, I guess that kind of bothered me too. But that was in the animated with the drought. But
It
they
was.
had hinted, at least in there, that it was because of Scar, and
Right.
they kind of made it seem more like that. For this one, they tried to blame it on the
over
hunting, and it's like, no,
But
that's
if you're
not what
over hunting the
happens.
herbivores, shouldn't the, the
There
grass
should be
grow more?
herbs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I will
it
say
didn't-
the other big change that I didn't like was the Mufasa talking from the sky scene.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
no,
did
was
not
waiting
like
for his
it.
head to appear. I
Yeah.
was
Didn't
waiting
appear.
for
It was just
Oh.
clouds with lightning, and I'm
was
like,
not a
where's
fan.
his face? Where's the face?
Yeah,
Where's
I
it?
know that was slightly disappointing.
Yeah, like the whole scene, I will say, I love the fact that they got James Earl Jones to do it again. However, I'm pretty sure he only recorded one single line that was different. Everything else
Oh.
sounded like it was from the animated movie. Which, I understand he was in the animated movie, but they added one line to his entire
Yeah.
dialogue.
Otherwise,
Everything
they could
else,
have copied and pasted it.
that's,
even.
they just wanted to use his name. Like,
Yeah.
so I
They
appreciate the
didn't
fact they
need
did
to
that.
do that.
No.
They didn't need to bring in any of the big names for this movie because
No.
it was a movie people are going to go see.
Well,
So-
even then, they did have big names. They had John Oliver, they had
They
Beyonce,
did.
Donald Glover, Seth Rogen.
Mhm.
They had a lot of big names. I like the fact that they tried to bridge over from the animated to the live action. That's what James Earl Jones was doing. I would have preferred if they got someone different than James Earl Jones and kept Nathan Lane. That's what I kind of wish they did. But that's just me.
Yeah, Timon was kind of
Because I'm sure
big
you can find
disappointment.
another guy with a deep voice who can
Right.
do Mufasa. So overall, unimpressed.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So,
The CGI was amazing.
Great.
It was amazing.
was great. The music,
Yes.
the soundtrack is great. So if you guys like us doing movie reviews, we go and see movies like once a month, usually together with the boys.
Yeah.
It's
Drag
date
them.
night.
Date night. Woo. So we can do more of these and whatnot. But feel free to like, comment, subscribe. We post videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday.
If you want to be reminded whenever we post new videos, feel free to hit the bell icon down below. And feel free to like us and comment down below. We like to hear from people.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Our individual handles will be linked below, along with our joint Instagram account and our Goodreads accounts.
All right, and we will see you in our next one. Bye!